What is up, guys? I am Howie, and this is the Go Ride channel. I apologize for the long absence. Been very busy with work, and the Ducati is kind of languishing. But I got something for the KLR because I have a trip coming up. I got some new Tusk crash bars, and I'm going to be installing these today. I also ordered the Tusk panniers, but I guess they're having problems with their welds cracking right now. So I went ahead and got a hold of Eric at Solo Box, and those are on the way. So I'll do an install video on those when they come. But for today, I got this. Tube steel, plenty of bubble wrap. Have fun popping that later and annoying the shit out of my wife. Here we go. So first step is going to be to remove the side panels. So I'm going to get to it. And like I always preach about, put the bolts back in the holes or draw pictures of them so you don't lose them. Next step is to remove the seat. Next, I believe we have to remove these two screws up top here that connect the upper fairing to the tank shrouds, and then we loosen the tank shrouds from the tank, and we'll eventually pull the fuel tank off, which I think it's full right now. That was stupid. Supposedly there's a small spacer there, but my bike doesn't have it. There are two lines going into the petcock right here, one here and one back there. I'm going to go ahead and pull these clamps down and remove the lines. Oof. That's how you know this is real, that I'm struggling on shit. That one went quieter. Next, I got to pull these two bolts. I'm going to index these lines. Actually, that looks indexed enough. The one with the orange goes to the blue dot. You got to make sure that you don't get them back in the wrong place, otherwise the evap system gets screwed up. Now, supposedly the tank can be removed. Next step is going to be to remove the skid plate if you're running the factory skid plate. On the Tusk installation video, or the Rocky Mountain installation video, they're running an aftermarket skid plate, so they don't actually have to remove it. But with this factory unit, at least I think it's factory, it has to come off. So I'm going to pull that now. Next, the front two bolts from the engine mount need to come off. Next step is going to be to do the subframe bolt. I was extremely nervous for a second because the guard labeled as right is the left guard, so I thought, oh shit, I just got two left guards. But nope. The 7-year-old Chinese kid that packed these just simply doesn't know the difference between his left and his right. So we're good there. Next step is going to be to mount the upper bolt into the subframe. So there's a supplied spacer. I'm going to go ahead and put that in, and then very loosely install the bolt with a little bit of Loctite. Had to give it the subframe a little bit of traction up to make that hole align, just because it shifted because the bike's sitting on a side stand. Now down here in the front, we're going to go pass this through a spacer, 7mm spacer is going to go between the crash bar and the engine mount, and then the back side of it's going to be a mirror image, except there will be a nylock on it. Next step is going to be to install the bolts in these clamps here with just a little bit of Loctite. Not yet. Keep pushing. I'm going to do one front and one rear. You want to tighten these pretty evenly between all 4 bolts just to make sure that the clamp sits pretty even on that down tube. Just about home free. We're going to go ahead and reinstall the fuel tank, fuel lines, fairing bolts, and side panels. All right, guys, that is just about it for the installation. All the panels are back on the bike. It took me an hour and 12 minutes to do it, and that's everything. That's unboxing the part, doing the intro for you guys. Well, I guess I didn't put the skid plate back on. So call it an hour 15 with hand tools, no lift. Pretty easy installation. Let's go over the fit and finish of the part. I would say it is moderate, and here's a couple of reasons why. Not so much on this bar, which has pretty good coverage on the powder coat. But on the left-hand side, you could see that the powder coat didn't get into all the seams on the weld, and there's already looks to be some corrosion forming there. Not the end of the world, but not something you necessarily want to see on a brand new part. They feel pretty sturdy. I think they look decent. For the price of $155, $160, I don't think they're that bad. You know, if you were going to get something else from like Zeta, I think Motech makes them or somebody, it'd be a better part, but you're going to pay a lot more for it. So for what I'm doing on just a cheap bargain basement adventure bike, I think this is a pretty good product. I'm looking forward to getting the solo boxes. I'm going to do some cleanup here. But with that, guys, get out there, go ride. You do